long to unload the clip, you know. You don't do like so much damage per shot, so. And the shells like fly very weird, like it has some really weird accuracy. The shells don't seem to follow the, you know, go towards the center of the reticle pattern. They just fly everywhere in the reticle, so. What was my pin? 212. Well, hopefully I can shoot some sides, I don't know. Are we YOLOing? We YOLO, I guess I'll go into. Need to try to clip something. It doesn't really do module damage. You saw how much I shot his tracks and it doesn't really do module damage. Hello, Raiders. Well, at least if I get a map like this, I can do something, right? Oh, my boy be reloading now. I cut him bad. I cut him bad. Blue HE has no splash damage. Is that why it's blue? If you can like do this, just YOLO targets up close and personal, yeah, okay. It can work, you know. But how often can you do that, let's be honest? How often do you get to like go to the side of a tank and just do that? Oh shit. How often is that gonna happen? Well, the light tank autocannons are the same, they don't really do module damage, it's normal. Because otherwise it could like be really crappy, you know? If one of these things like YOLOs you and just breaks everything in your tank, it's not gonna be very pleasant for you. Let's try a clip of high explosive on this little budget. Gotta look cool off a bit. And this cooldown like shit is super bad. Takes forever to reload. or like to wait. At least I can switch ammo in the meantime while I wait for this cooldown thing. Morning cover, hello Leafel. First decent game of the day with this tank. I don't know if we're gonna win though, because 430 is still alive. I don't know how he had time to go there so fast. I didn't think he will be there so fast. I thought he only had time to go down next to the water. Eh, it's whatever, like first decent game of the day. Might even be an ace, I don't know. First decent game of the day. Let's see. Is it an ace? It is an ace. Lovely. First decent game. Took me 8 games till I get a decent game in this tank. First decent game in 8 of them. Alrighty, so I guess we can make like a little review of this particular Ares, right? So strictly talking about the tier 8, I haven't gotten to the tier 9. I played a tier 10 on the test server like before. The tier 8 is pretty underpowered, right? This was like the best case scenario, like the best case scenario you can utilize this tank, being able to YOLO somebody and clip them fast, because otherwise this thing is gonna suck. First of all, it's too slow. Secondly, the dispersion on the gun is very bad, right? The gun blooms a lot, especially when you start firing, the shells just like fly everywhere randomly. And third of all, it takes a long time to empty the clip because it just doesn't do like a lot of damage per shot. You know, it's like what, 60 if you shoot standard or gold. So it takes a long time to like, you know, keep shooting to be able to like reach the cooldown period. Or it takes a long time to shoot until you almost overheat the gun, right? So yeah, high explosive is only 10 penetration, but it kind of works in the same way RT works, you know, by having big alpha and low pen. So even if it's only 10 pen, if you shoot like unarmored tanks, you're still gonna do like 30-40 damage per shot, you know, depending on what you hit. And maybe even if you don't pen, what I'm trying to say, it's only 10 penetration, but that shouldn't discourage you from using it against unarmored tanks. When I say unarmored tanks, I don't necessarily mean shooting the sides of every tank or like the ass of every tank, like something unarmored, like a shitburn, a Rheinmetall, something like that, you know. It's even if it doesn't pen, it should still do like some decent damage because the alpha and the HE is bigger. Yeah. And of course, don't overheat the gun, because you saw it takes a long time if you overheat it, as it say here in the stats. I don't know, I think it was like 20 something seconds, 25 seconds when you overheat it. So yeah, it doesn't need intuition, because like at least for this tank, it's like 4 seconds to switch ammo. So you can easily like switch ammo belts, even when like you're waiting for the gun to like cool down, you know, no problem. But yeah, it feels like an underpowered tank. The maps don't help it because there's a lot of armor in the game. And also the maps don't help because you can't really flank too well. So yeah, this was the best case scenario. If you can somehow go around enemy tanks, to be honest, so far, if we're comparing the T rates only, I think the light tanks might be better damage dealers than these ones. For T rates, at least like the light autocannons from the Tesak line definitely do better damage compared to these, because those ones are faster. You can like YOLO people a lot easier, you know? These ones are just too slow. Like when you try to circle somebody, you're too slow. So yeah, Ares 75, definitely underpowered tank. Definitely underpowered. They need to maybe like buff the mobility or maybe buff the damage per shot. Or maybe make it so that like it empties the cannon faster without blooming so much. I think that would be the best buff for this tank, right? Being able to like reach the overheat faster, you know? But while keeping the bloom lower, so you can actually hit your shots reliably and basically do the clip faster. Because, yeah, right now, Ares 75 is underpowered. You're probably not going to have a nice experience playing this tank. I mean, sure, you're going to get the fun clip here and there, right? But it's definitely not a tank you can carry games in. Definitely not, yeah. So, underpowered.